Hey everybody, Stevie Bullets podcast. This is Stevie Bullets, your host, and welcome back to another episode of Stevie Bullets. January 29th, we have the premiere coming out on TV on Reels Television. You'll see me, Joel Seifert, a couple other guys. It's about Joey Seifert's documentary on his life story. Um, it's called Deadly Associates. He also has a book that's out. Check that out. It's on Amazon. So right now, we're currently working on my documentary. The producer is James Forney, Joey Seifert. Uh, the documentary is based on my life story growing up in Cicero, part of the member of the 12th Street Players, which is the gang in Cicero, drug addiction, and then, of course, redemption story about when I got out 10 years ago. Um, Slowly but surely, I've been networking across the United States, everywhere from Arizona to Connecticut, Ohio, down to Florida. I got guys in Florida. Shout out to Cyril DiPaggio, who's also doing a film. It's going to be coming out 2022 called The Mob King. Check that out. Uh, my guy Stax, who started me doing this podcast, Chatting with Stax on YouTube. He'll hosted by Bill Stax. He's out of Connecticut, Ohio. Um, Also have JC Julio Almanza, Wrong to Strong. He's on YouTube as well. Shout out JC. He's one of the Chicago guys. Used to run with the Latin Kings. So we got a lot of history here. Basically, my story starts out, when I was younger, joined the 12th Street Players at the age of 14. Was in and out of Audi home. My crimes escalated, started getting more serious in the streets. As a result, I ended up getting shot 11 times, 2 times in the head, 4 occasions. Uh, you know, then after that, I got into, more deeper in the streets. I was affiliated with different gangs, cartel, mafia, which is the Chicago outfit here. I get real deep in the streets, but it's not about that. It's not about who I know and about name dropping stuff like that. It's just a survival story, you know. Lost one of my friends in 2000 of July. Uh, Berwyn police shot and killed my friend. Under the circumstances, I don't place no blame on the police. Uh, it was a drug transaction that gone wrong, and as a result, my friend ended up taking a bullet to his back, lost his life. And then, pretty much from there, things started going downhill for me, because I was involved with PCP for about 10 years. That, turned into heroin and, harder drugs like that. But, about 10 years ago, I decided to make a change, didn't want to continue that. I had met my wife, and shortly after meeting her, I ended up getting incarcerated on a 6-year bit for aggravated fleeing and eluding the Cicero police. And, I pursued her for 2.5 years while I was incarcerated, let her know how serious I was about, being with her. And, she didn't take me too serious at first, but then, towards the end, she started, understanding, how much I wanted to be with her. And, I came out, followed through with everything that I said in those letters. We had our first child, who's Gianni, is autistic. So, I'm a big advocate of Autism Speaks. Anything I can do to help those kids, I will. And we had 2 more children after that. I have 2 daughters, Natalia and Michelina. And, they're what's keep me going every single day, not to go back to that same lifestyle. And, while I was in prison, I started to write a book. I got out, never went through with it. And then, people started, pushing me a little more. My wife told me, you need to do something with yourself and your story, get it out, maybe it can help others. And I'm not too much of a preacher. I'm not here to tell kids, not to do something. Uh, but I do believe in, reaching out. And if I can help somebody, I'm there to help them. Uh, so anyways, when I did get out, I still had that book that I had wrote while I was in prison, and I put it to the side. And then got on social media. And, after a couple of years, I planted that, I had that seed planted to already do this. Um, I was fortunate to meet up with a couple people, which is Joey Seifert and James Forney. I didn't know how serious they were, or who they were involved with. Like I said, Joey Seifert has his own story, and we come from opposite ends. So I didn't know. I was very skeptical about getting involved with him, and I didn't know how he was going to take to me being from the other side. Uh, but it worked out. The guy's very authentic, genuine. He understands me. I understand him. Uh, come from different ends, but we're on the same page, and things work out great. He's met my wife and my family, and vice versa. And ever since I've been involved with him for about a year, everything's been on the up and up. Um, and it's going great. We get a lot of support from everybody in Chicago. Some people were skeptical about what we were talking about, what kind of content we were using. Basically, it's just my story is my own story. Joey Seifert. I was just fortunate to be play a couple parts and a couple scenes for him, and other than that, I don't have anything connected with his story. But we both got great stories. Survival stories and stuff. We've been through some bad stuff. Uh, and basically, we've been going from there. And, I've been networked with and all good people. I got everybody, supporting me. Haven't had too much backlash, which is pretty normal. You're always going to have somebody have different opinion and view about what you're doing, what you're saying. I haven't had too many. Some people were a little concerned in the beginning because, like I said, I was involved with some very serious people that have a lot to lose, and I wasn't going to expose anybody like that because I still live in the neighborhood. I respect myself enough not to go there. I don't have to throw somebody under the bus, to show who I am. So I think as long as you're respectable and you keep, you don't cross lines with certain people, it's going to be all right. And you know, with that, I'm just been developing my story and getting it out there. Um, like I said, I went through a lot of stuff in my life. I'm 43 years old. I've been incarcerated 3 times, shot 11 times, been there, done that, drug addiction, selling drugs, everything you can think of, shot people, been shot, stabbed, you know. My whole thing is basically promoting everybody in the neighborhood. Uh, that's what support, that's what's helped me personally was when I came back out of prison. A lot of people in the neighborhood, after I had my first child, now it was a lot more serious. It was time to play ball. I have a son, like I said, who's autistic. So I was being held to a higher standard. Luckily for me, I had a good foundation. I was raised in a Catholic school in a good neighborhood with good people, and they helped me out along the way. And you know, also a big part of my story was, my wife's family is all law enforcement. So as soon as I got involved with her, it was very hard for them to accept me. Considering my past and stuff and what I was involved with, but they showed me, embraced me very good. My first opportunity, my brother-in-law, who's a police officer from the same town that I caused a lot of my trouble in, um, he gave me the benefit of the doubt, offered me a position with one of his cousins in a produce company, Testa Produce, you know. So, shout out to Peter Testa for giving me my first opportunity of employment. That's where I started out. Currently now I moved up to Anthony Morano Produce, number one produce in Chicago, member of the Union Teamsters 703. Shout out to the Teamsters. And, it's good because, I have a legit job. I don't make a ton of money, but I'm able to support my family and my wife and my 3 kids legit. And hopefully with my documentary, I'll be able to financially, do more things for my family and be able to provide for them, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's not about, no gangster shit, being in the streets, that stuff only lasts for a limited time. And when you live that life, there is consequences, as you can see, I had 11 bullets and, just seeing my friends die and seeing my friends go to prison, um, seeing these young kids, throw their lives away, having my own kids, it's very hard. And for me to sit back and not try to reach out and show kids a different direction. Is, you know, it's hard, man, because I lost a lot of good people in my life that are no longer here, that a lot of this could have been prevented, but it is what it is. And, now it's for me, time for me to show my children, the way to live, not follow in my footsteps and do the same things that I did. And, they're not ready to hear all this yet. When they get older, they'll be able to understand. But it's basically what the whole point of me doing this is the redemption. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. Uh, Very fortunate. God blessed me. Instead of giving me 100 years, He blessed me with a wife and 3 kids. I always say that all the time. Uh, I don't throw my faith out there too much. Not a Bible thumper. I don't go to church every day. I do have strong Christian support behind me. A lot of people that are always pushing me. And, you know, I came from a Catholic school growing up, so I have it in my foundation. And luckily, God took me out of the situations that I was in. And here I am today, and, I never thought any of this would be possible, but, it's happening. Uh, Things are getting better and better as time goes on. I've only been a year into this project with these people, and we already have a trailer. If you want to check out my trailer, it's a Stevie Bullets. It's on YouTube. You might be able to check it out on this channel. I'm still getting my channel together, so bear with me on all this. It's only my 3rd episode, so we have a long ways to go. And if anybody would like to donate, all donations are appreciated. I use the money for production, buy new equipment, cameras, lighting, whatever I can do to make this stuff better. Sorry about that. But like I said, I have a lot of good things coming, and surely, shortly but surely, things will come together, and I think you guys are gonna like it. And if you want, check me out on TikTok, Stevie Bullets 12. Uh, Facebook, I got a page, My Way, the Cicero Way, Stevie Bullet Story. Uh, Check out my trailers on YouTube. Also, some of the stuff I'm going to start putting it on here. So if you follow me, check it out. It's a great story. It's a survival story, redemption story. A little bit of gangster in there. And it's very interesting. And you're going to start seeing some guests that I'm going to have come on the show that are authentic, real guys that have been in that life, that got a great story as well. And look forward to everything. And thank you. And check me out, like, subscribe, and share. See you later.